Triathlon racing is one of New Zealand's fastest growing sports, and January in Wanaka is fast becoming one of the biggest weekends on the triathlon calendar, with a festival of races that culminates with the 226-kilometre Challenge Wanaka event. This is a race which was recently saluted as one of the top 10 most scenic races in the world and one of the 100 greatest races on earth by the influential Triathlete magazine. Over 1,000 athletes from 25 countries lined up for the start in the 2010 event. Lake Wanaka was unusually chilly at 14 degrees, but conditions for the race were otherwise perfect. A top field of New Zealand racers took the plunge alongside some of the world's leading elite athletes for the opening 3.8-kilometre swim. And it was an Aussie who took the lead right from the gun. Brian Fuller hails from the Gold Coast, where the water averages around 30 degrees. So he undoubtedly found the swim a bit cold, but it didn't appear to slow him up as he pulled away quickly to a 20-metre lead. The women's winner in 2008 and 2009, Gina Crawford, is an outstanding swimmer, and she settled into a good early rhythm, holding her own alongside the chasing men, who included Kiwis Andrew Black in second place and 2009 silver medalist Keegan Williams, one of the rising stars of long-distance triathlon. Richard Usher maintains that despite a rapid rise through the triathlon ranks, his swimming is still very much a work in progress, and he was several minutes off the pace of Brian Fuller through the opening swim leg. The crystal clear lake and mountain backdrop provides a stunning focal point for the race, and the flat, calm conditions were perfect for fast swim times. Consistently strong swimming from Brian Fuller saw him complete the 3.8-kilometre opening stage in a time of 51 minutes flat. With a quick look over his shoulder, he was out of the water and heading out onto the bike 2 minutes and 40 seconds clear of age group competitor Andrew Black from Christchurch and third-placed Keegan Williams. Richard Usher completes the swim in 57 minutes and heads off onto the bike alongside Peter Vabrasek from the Czech Republic, 6 minutes down on Brian Fuller. The first stretch of the 180-kilometre cycle takes athletes along the shores of Lake Wanaka, the first of 3 lakes along the cycle leg. The first leg is an out and back, which gives the riders their only opportunity to literally see where their competitors are. At the turnaround, Brian Fuller has not eased off the gas and has opened up the lead over Keegan Williams, and Richard Usher have moved into second and third positions. In the early morning light, the real beauty of the location for Challenge Wanaka is impossible to miss. If its recent growth is anything to go by, it's an event with a big future. From a couple of hundred athletes at the first event in 2007, the field has grown to over 1,000, creating a strong positive buzz and an atmosphere along the whole course. Brian Fuller's team eventually runs out 60 kilometres into the cycle, and by the midway point of the 180-kilometre stage, the lead has been taken over by a strong group of 3, which includes Peter Vabrasek from the Czech Republic, Keegan Williams and Richard Usher. While Vabrasek can lay claim to 11 consecutive Kona Ironman starts and every Challenge Wanaka event, both Williams and Usher are relative newcomers to the sport. In his short time, Richard Usher has elevated himself to top status as a New Zealand long-distance triathlete. It took him just 3 races to beat the New Zealand record for iron distance triathlon, beating Cameron Brown's record time by 6 minutes at the Challenge Road event in 2009. Justin Daer of the USA missed out on the lead bunch and is having to do it hard on his own, but managing to hang in with a shout through the cycle leg. Having set out on the bike just behind Richard Usher, he's managing to keep within a couple of minutes of the lead group. It's a similar 180k time trial situation for Gina Crawford, and she sits out in front of the women's race. Riding alone, she manages to hold on to a 3.5-minute lead over second-placed Rebecca Keat from Australia. Keat is an experienced iron distance triathlete, the second fastest woman in the world over this distance, having broken the world record at Challenge Road in 2009. 5 hours, 43 minutes into the race, and hundreds are waiting in Wanaka to see who'll take the lead into the final 42.5 kilometre run. And after breaking away at the 140 kilometre mark, It's Richard Usher first into transition. After a huge final effort, Usher is off the bike and out onto the final stage with a 3-minute lead over his rivals. The running leg is a highlight of the Challenge Wanaka course, taking the athletes for 2 laps along the shores of Lake Wanaka, onto the banks of the Clutha River and back through the streets of Wanaka to the finish line in the centre of town. As a hugely experienced multi-sporter and world champion adventure racer, Richard Usher is used to racing on varied ground and seemed to find the mix of on and off-road running well suited to his style. As the end of the race approaches, temperatures are rising towards 35 degrees. But the air isn't the only thing heating up, as Keegan Williams finds himself in a tight race for second place. After a slow start in the water, Justin Dare seems to have got stronger and stronger throughout the day. Onto the second lap of the course, he's passed Peter Vabrasek and is on to Keegan's heels with just 12 kilometres to go. As the American overtakes and moves into second place, Keegan Williams has nothing left to respond and can only watch Justin Dare slowly move away. Up front, Richard Usher is on track for his first win at Challenge Wanaka, his first iron distance title, and looking very good for a new course record as he comes through the final aid station. Usher holds it together to cross the line in 8:34.36, beating the previous course record by 3 minutes.
I think whenever you finish one of these races, the first thing you think is just absolute relief, because it doesn't matter how you're going. You're always starting to feel a bit sore by the end of those. The legs are taking a bit of a pounding for the last 7 or 8 hours. So it's been absolutely fantastic, and the support from everyone is just carries you through in those bad spots. It's an absolutely stunning place down here, a stunning course, a pretty tough course, I've got to say. But I had a fantastic time.
A spectacular run gets Justin Dare over the line in second place for his first podium finish at an iron distance event, and a little taste of revenge.
I had enough left on the second lap. I was able to move from third to second. So actually, Keegan and I raced last year, and Keegan caught me with about 10 to 12K to go, right on Gun Road, and that's where I caught him this year. So we both know how it feels.
In the women's race, it is shaping up to be a real nail-biting finish for Gina Crawford. Despite a 6-minute advantage at the start of the run, Rebecca Keat has been able to close on the leader, pushing Crawford right to the very finish line. In the end, Keat gets within 1:30 of the leader, but can't seal the deal, and Crawford enters the finish chute first, crossing the line in a time of 9 hours, 28 minutes, 56 seconds.
I just had a few stomach issues. I just had to stop at the aid stations to go to the toilet about 4 times, and it just ate into my lead. I had 5 minutes at the start, and each time, 30 seconds or so to stop, and I was like, I can't keep doing this, but yeah, I was lucky that I stayed in front.
It wasn't really my day today. I didn't feel great. And Gina just had a really good race, and all credit to her. I just couldn't get anywhere near her today. I didn't realise the gap was closing so much in the run, and I think I only finished 1:40 down, and I wish I had got more time checks, but I still don't think I could have caught her. I just had nothing left in the tank, and but it was a beautiful course. I loved every bit of it.
As the sun starts to go down, the race is far from over for the bulk of the field. For the athletes crossing the line in 12 or 14-hour times, it's all about achievement and the huge challenge of these ultimate endurance races. And if you thought it was purely a young man's game, take a look at the true dream team of 77-year-old swimmer Anthony Sepe, cyclist Ray Bennett, 76, and marathon runner Stan Gawler, 80, a combined age of 233, and now on their way to Germany to compete in the world's largest iron distance race, Challenge Road. As Wanaka partied into the night, a special reception was waiting for the last man home, Kahu Farrell from Wellington, crossing the line after 16 and a quarter hours to fireworks and huge applause. More information on this and future Challenge Wanaka events is available from www.challenge-wanaka.com. For more information on Challenge events around the world, visit www.challenge-family.com.